Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Lord, these words fall gently upon the restless places of my heart like quiet rain upon dry ground. In a world where every day feels like a race, where expectations rise like mountains and worries press against the soul without mercy, your voice speaks with a tenderness that the world rarely understands. You do not shout above the noise. You do not force your way into my anxious thoughts. Instead, you invite me softly. Come to me. So tonight, I come, Lord. I come not as someone strong or accomplished, not as someone whose life is neatly arranged and secure, but as a small and weary soul wandering through the vast sea of this world. My heart feels stretched like a fragile thread pulled too tightly by the weight of responsibilities, fears, and silent struggles that few people truly see. Life has placed upon my shoulders burdens that sometimes feel heavier than I know how to carry. There are days when my thoughts move faster than my strength. My mind wakes before the morning light, already filled with worries about work, obligations, expectations, and the uncertain future waiting just beyond the horizon. Bills must be paid, promises must be kept. People depend on me in ways that I cannot easily escape. I try to move forward with courage, yet inside my chest there are moments when my breath feels shallow, as if the soul itself is asking quietly for rest. Lord, you see these hidden moments. You see the mornings when I sit silently before beginning the day, staring at the quiet room around me, wondering whether I will have enough strength for everything that awaits. You see the long hours spent working, answering messages, making decisions, trying to appear calm while inside I wrestle with doubt. You see the evenings when I return home exhausted, my mind still filled with unfinished tasks and unanswered questions. Sometimes I feel as though my heart is a rope fraying under too much tension. I try to hold everything together, to remain responsible, to fulfill the roles life has given me. Yet deep within, I sense how fragile I truly am. And yet your word whispers another truth. Do not be anxious about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Lord, how difficult those words are for a human heart that longs for certainty. My mind constantly searches for control. I want to know what will happen next month, next year, even tomorrow morning. I want assurance that my efforts will be enough, that the path before me will remain steady. But life does not unfold according to my plans. Circumstances shift like wind across the ocean, and suddenly the stability I trusted disappears. In those moments, fear quietly enters my thoughts. Fear that I may fail. Fear that I may disappoint others. Fear that I may not be strong enough to endure what lies ahead. And when these fears gather together, they create a heavy cloud within my soul. But tonight, I bring that cloud before you. Guard my mind when anxiety begins to grow like tangled vines within my thoughts. Protect my heart when discouragement whispers that my efforts are meaningless. Strengthen my spirit when exhaustion tempts me to abandon hope altogether. For you once said, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." If that is true, Lord, then my weakness itself can become a doorway through which your strength enters my life. In the quiet spaces of this night, I place my worries into your hands. The responsibilities I cannot control, the expectations that weigh heavily upon me, the future that remains uncertain, all these things I surrender into your care. Teach me to walk forward one day at a time, Teach me that true strength is not found in carrying every burden alone, but in trusting that you walk beside me. Teach me that peace is not the absence of difficulties, but the presence of your love within them. And when tomorrow arrives with its new challenges, help me begin the day with courage rather than fear. Let me remember that the sun still rises each morning because your faithfulness continues without fail. Let me remember that even the smallest act of kindness can reflect the light of your kingdom. Let me remember that every person I meet is a soul loved by you. If my heart begins to close itself again in selfishness or bitterness, gently open it. If I forget the command to treat others as I wish to be treated, remind me through the quiet voice of conscience that your love calls me to something greater. For in learning to love others sincerely, I learn to receive your love more deeply. And perhaps, Lord, that is the peace my soul has been seeking. Not a life free from responsibility or struggle, but a heart transformed by grace, capable of giving the mercy it hopes to receive. So I entrust this fragile heart to you tonight. Guard it from despair, guide it toward compassion, renew it with hope. Let your peace settle gently over the anxious places within me, like a calm evening after a long and restless day. And if someone listening to this prayer tonight feels as weary as I do, may they also sense your presence near them. May they discover that they are not walking alone through their struggles. May they hear your quiet invitation echoing within their own heart. Come to me, and I will give you rest. Before this prayer ends, let us carry one small action into tomorrow. Treat at least one person with the same kindness we ourselves hope to receive. In that simple act, your love becomes visible in the world. And if this prayer has brought even a small moment of peace to your heart tonight, I warmly invite you to subscribe to the channel Broken Heart to Hope, where we gather each day to bring our burdens before God, trusting that even the most fragile hearts can slowly find light, healing, and hope again. Place your gentle hand upon my heart, Lord. Calm the storm within me. Let my breathing become steady again. Let my thoughts slow down enough to hear the quiet truth that your presence remains near even when life feels overwhelming. Your wisdom teaches a simple command that echoes deeply in my conscience. Whatever you wish that others would do to you, do also to them. Lord, this teaching is both beautiful and difficult. In my heart, I desire kindness from others. I hope to be understood when I am tired. I hope to be treated gently when my strength is low. I long for patience from those around me when my mistakes become visible. Yet when I look honestly at my own actions, I realize how often I hesitate to offer the same mercy to others. When someone speaks harshly, my instinct is to defend myself. When someone fails me, my heart quickly gathers resentment. When I feel misunderstood, I withdraw into silence instead of offering understanding in return. Forgive me, Lord, for the ways my heart closes itself in small moments of selfishness. Teach me to live your command not merely in words, but in the quiet decisions that shape everyday life. When I desire compassion, remind me to give compassion first. When I long to be treated with gentleness, teach my hands and my voice to bring gentleness into the lives of those around me. When I hope to receive forgiveness, soften my heart so that I may forgive those who have wounded me. Your word says, "Blessed are the merciful, for they shall receive mercy." Lord, allow this truth to transform my daily life. Help me recognize the struggles hidden behind the faces I encounter each day.
The colleague who seems impatient may be carrying worries at home. The stranger who speaks abruptly may be exhausted from burdens I cannot see. The family member who misunderstands my intentions may simply be longing for love in their own imperfect way. Give me eyes that see beyond appearances. Give me a heart that remembers how deeply I myself need mercy. For you know how easily the human soul becomes trapped within its own pain. When life presses heavily upon us, we begin to believe that our suffering is unique, that no one else understands. Yet you remind us that every person walking this earth carries invisible battles. Bear one another's burdens, your word says, and so fulfill the law of love. Lord, teach me how to live this law quietly in the ordinary hours of my life. When I sit across from someone at work, help me listen more patiently. When I encounter conflict or misunderstanding, give me the humility to respond with calmness rather than pride. When my own exhaustion tempts me to withdraw from others, remind me that even a small gesture of kindness can bring light into someone's darkness. And when my heart feels too tired to offer anything at all, hold me gently in your mercy. There are moments, Lord, when I feel so overwhelmed that even prayer becomes difficult. Words scatter before they reach my lips. My thoughts drift between worry and fatigue. Sometimes all I can offer you is a quiet sigh rising from the depths of my spirit. Yet I trust that you understand even those silent prayers. Your presence does not depend on eloquent words or perfect devotion. You draw near to the humble, to the weary, to those who come with trembling faith and say simply, Lord, help me. So help me tonight.